Hello, my friends. It is cosmically extra dimensional Laelyx here, and that is like my alter ego to speak to you about all the things that I talk about. And I really would like to speak about alignment and centering, what it feels like. I speak about it in my other videos, about getting, feeling your center, getting in alignment, speaking your truth. What does it feel like? How do you get there? Well, I'm going to let you know how it speaks to me, how I get there, okay, and how you can recognize it. So, all right, when someone comes to ask you a question, to do something, whatever it may be, let's use an example of skydiving. So somebody comes to ask you, hey, do you want to go skydiving? And in your head, you're like, oh, actually, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'd love to do that. And then all of a sudden you're like, nope, scary this, scary that, blah, 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 blah. Okay? And then it can also be on the opposite side of the spectrum of they ask you, do you want to go skydiving? And you're like, oh, no, that is not something I want to do. And then you're like, oh gosh, well, what if they think of me if I don't do it? Like, oh, I'm such a chicken shit, blah, blah, blah. So it can go either way, all right? Because there's no right or wrong answer. There's just your truth. I am one for not right or wrong, but there's choices and there's consequences for your choices, okay? And consequences normally have a negative connotation, but it can be all the things, okay? So either way, and everything in between. So that first initial whisper is what I call it. That little whisper, that feeling, it's like a whisper of a feeling inside of you, okay? Of that yes or that no. Okay, whatever that initial feeling is, all right, and I say feeling, all right, because that's most important, because it feels right. That answer that you chose for yourself inside feels right for you. That is your truth. And that is how you find your alignment, by practicing listening to your truth. Because guess what? Your truth will whisper. It's not here to convince you. It's not here to scream in your face. It's here for you when you are ready to listen. Okay, so if you listen and you follow, you're going to hear it more clearly. It'll become more loud and more evident, okay, and you'll see these things. Now, your truth comes from your soul, all right, whether you call it spirit, energy, soul, vibe, whatever it is, we are having a human experience, okay? And I'm all encompassing on the terminology and things like that, whatever works for you. Okay, you can go and look up the CIA just released information on astral travel and bilocation, essentially. Remote viewing is what they call it. And I have done those things, and so I completely understand, and I've worked with other people in those things. So I understand how real it is. And that's a whole different conversation for another day. But just knowing that we are not stuck in this physicalness here, all right? We have to learn to see with different sight. Feeling is a sight as well. Hearing is a sight as well. So finding your truth, when you listen to those whispers, you will also see synchronicities as well. Whether it be numbers, you just had a thought and you see like a really cool, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1, 1, all those things like that. Saying, hey, like this is support. Yes, that, whatever that is. When you train yourself to listen and then you train yourself to follow, that is how you get into alignment and how you find your center. This is why in my other videos, I recommend meditation. Okay, silence for yourself. Who are you? Listen to you, okay, in your head, nothing external, all right? Now, when it feels completely right, when you listen to that whisper, I know as a ex-people pleaser, I guess in a way is the term that I'll use right now, I was a doormat. And so I was always concerned, well, what will people think of me? I didn't want to do something, but I'm like, oh, I must, like I'm obligated, blah, 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 blah. So it feels right until you add those belief systems of what will everybody else think of me. Okay? Don't do that to yourself. stand in your alignment and it will feel so much better. You are in control of your life. You are able to make choices. You can do this, okay? And it will feel so wonderful. And it's just baby steps. There's no right or wrong way to do this. It's also a thing of, if you don't decide to listen to that whisper, that's fine. You're here to make choices, all right? It's not like oh, you're going to hell or whatever it is. I feel that we're already here. But that's a whole different story for another day as well. So the thing is, it doesn't have to be hell. When you find your alignment and you choose, when you decide that you want to choose your highest good, your highest path to be centered and aligned, do it slowly. Listen to yourself. Those initial whispers, they are whispers, okay, to start. And you will go from there, and it'll be wonderful and amazing, and it'll be different, all right? Everybody's venture is so different, everyone's journey. It's great and it's amazing. And this is just one way to learn how to understand and enjoy, for your highest good per se. Okay, so if you have questions, please comment, message. I'm a super open book. I'm open for lots of conversation.